Hi, this is Chuck Oliver. Welcome to this week's Hidden Wealth Solution Review. Well, I don't have any notes for you, but I do have experience, and I've talked to a number of you baby boomers and retirees. In fact, I've made a quarter century career out of having a front row seat sitting with baby boomers and retirees and finding the pitfalls, the setbacks, the setups, the obstacles, as well as the opportunities. And I got to tell you, after witnessing this debate and already hearing about thousands of different ballots being tossed with Trump's name on them, I've shared a lot about market protection, right, and tax protection, or market correction, I'm more concerned about, and tax protection. Folks, I've never been more concerned. I've talked week in and week out about you sharing with me how you've never been more concerned. Well, folks, I've never been more concerned. And we are seeing it routinely with people having the ability to drastically protect themselves from market correction and tax protection. And here's the harsh reality. We may not know who the president is for months. And the sad part is that keeps the market on edge. And a market on edge spells volatility. And many of you have said, look, Chuck, I can't do this over. I've got to get this right. So I'm going to be teaching this coming Tuesday. And I'm going to talk to you about clients like your friends and neighbors, wherever you are throughout the United States. We can help you. And we've had numerous conversations with many of you that have shared, Chuck, after the fourth time, the fifth time, we ask our 20, 30-year advisor relationship, what are we going to be doing about the taxes? And what do you think about Roth conversion? And do you know how to use the Tax Cut and Jobs Act to legally lower taxes? And the same answer, although it may be a little paraphrased differently, is taxes are just part of the equation. That's just the way that it is. Folks, it's not. There's ours and theirs. And if you take the word theirs and you divide it in half, it spells literally the IRS. And the key in particular right now is making sure ours is a better plan than theirs. Because we're already talking about another 1 to 2 trillion of stimulus around the corner that's coming. We're going to have almost 5 years of deficit spending in 1 year. $5 trillion, folks. Somebody's got to pay for that. I'm all for rescuing the economy, but somebody's going to get left holding the bag. And who is that? Well, according to Biden in the debate, it's you and I, we evil capitalists, those of us that have worked hard and saved hard. They want to tax us harder. And the harsh reality we're finding too is that people didn't know that up to 85% of their Social Security would be taxed that haven't started drawing their Social Security benefit. On top of that, many people are getting blindsided by this Medicare premium surcharge tax they didn't know. And many of you, we've given you a forecast of what your required minimum distribution will be at 72. And that's putting people into a much higher marginal bracket. And all of those things, all told, a tidal wave of tax, as I call it, is increasing or stealing, however you want to look at it, boomer and retirees' income by $18,000 to $24,000 a year. Folks, that's $1,500 to $2,000 a month of your money. Folks, you've worked hard for it. Let's get to work. Go to retirementprotected.com. That's retirementprotected.com. And let me teach you how to have market correction and tax protection. The time is now. Even with Trump reelected, folks, tax rates are going up. And we have a little bit more of a window under Trump. We have very little window under a Biden. And who knows who's going to be elected at this point, especially with all these shenanigans with these mail-in ballots. I'm concerned. The good news is you can protect yourself. Upside with no downside. I'll teach you this week. Coming up on Tuesday, you go to retirementprotected.com and register. It's a complimentary log on and learn educational webinar, and the feedback has been very positive. People have shared, I didn't even know about institutional money management and how it's averaged double the return at half the risk and half the cost. I didn't know that you could have tax-free growth, tax-free income, tax-free inheritance. I didn't know that you could do that with only upside in the market, not downside in the market. And many didn't know with a special tax provision that we only have while Trump's in office, for those that qualify, provides up to a 100% tax deduction in the same year that's lowering people's taxes and even tax offsetting their Roth conversions. Folks, you've worked hard for your money. Let us teach you how you can make your money work harder for you. Remember, ours and theirs. They've got a plan. The key is making sure ours is a better plan than theirs. Retirementprotected.com, retirementprotected.com.